Alright guys, welcome back to another Fortnite video, and in this one, it is time to talk about, well, a bunch of different things. We've got quite a few things to go over in today's video, and they're, kind of different. Some are update things, like we have to talk about a possible female Love Ranger skin that was seemingly revealed by Epic Games. We'll talk about that. I'll also be showing you how to unlock Stage 4 for the Prisoner, which is pretty crazy. And again, we're going to be talking about a bunch of other things as well. And as always, guys, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop if you want to help support me. The soccer skins have been in the shop recently, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, shout out to these people on screen for using my code and tweeting me a picture of them using my code to my Twitter account at TheLlamaSir. As you guys know, I sometimes may choose people that tweet me a picture of them using my code and shout out their Twitter names in a video. But overall, guys, big thanks to all of you who have been using my code. On top of that, guys, be sure to hit that like button down below. Let's see if we can get 5,000 likes on this video, and also comment which is better, Love Ranger, the original one, or the Fallen Love Ranger. I think that's a good one, so comment your favorite below. But yeah, guys, without further ado here, let's jump on into it with the first thing I want to talk about, and this one is fairly interesting, and it does have to do with skins a bit. I always love talking about skins, but it's not the female Love Ranger thing quite yet. We'll be talking about that in just a sec here, but this one is still pretty interesting. So basically, this has to do with one of the rarest things in the game regarding skins, and it has to do with the purple version of the Skull Trooper. Not that style itself, but as you guys know, the people who had bought the Skull Trooper during the first Halloween that the Skull Trooper was in this shop, they got a special style, which was like the purple version of the Skull Trooper. They got that a year later on this recent Halloween. So that by itself was pretty interesting, but so far that was like the only special thing we knew about. However, apparently there is now a purple version of the Ghost Portal as well. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it because I didn't get the original skin, but I mean, I think you guys can guess what it probably looks like. We already have the blue and the sort of mint version. You can switch between them, so it's like that, but instead of blue or that mint color, it's more of a purple. I wish I would have gotten the Skull Trooper back in the day, but basically, yeah, this is now being given out to people who had the original Skull Trooper. But some of the more specific details about it, there was a comment made by Just Mooney1 on Reddit, who is one of the Epic Games employees, but he said, "So back during Fortnitemares, we put the Skull Trooper back on sale, as well as the ability to unlock the Ghost Portal back bling. Original owners of the Skull Trooper outfit should have been granted this variant upon acquiring the back bling. When we fixed some issues associated with the account merge, this bug was also resolved." So I think what that's saying is that, originally there was supposed to be a purple variant of this back bling that, the original Skull Trooper owners could have gotten, but they likely had to fix some issues with it, and that is why it is out now. At least I'm pretty sure it's out now. But either way, guys, pretty interesting stuff overall. Now let's move on here to one of the really interesting things I want to talk about, and that is a possible female Love Ranger skin that was possibly hidden in an image from Epic Games. So as you guys know, Fallen Love Ranger came to the store. That was my previous video. In that one, we talked a bit about that skin, but that's not the only Love Ranger stuff that we have to go over. So yeah, this skin was seemingly revealed. At least we think it's a skin. It's not 100% yet, but it is something to take note of as a possibility of a skin. So basically, the first place that this seemed to show up was actually in the preview image for the Love Shot game mode. It featured the Fallen Love Ranger and then like a character that was sort of hidden in the back. It was hard to see, but if you were to take a look like under his crossbow, you would notice that there's somebody back there. Now it's hard to see, so I'm not even going to bother showing you the little image there, because we actually have a better image. They actually put up this image during the secret skirmish, which is pretty convenient because it gives us a better look at what is back there. So yeah, guys, if we take a closer look, it definitely looks like this could be a female version of the Love Ranger skin. I mean, it appears to have the same style of like being made out of stone. I mean, the coloring is fairly, one-toned like the Love Ranger kind of is. Like, again, it's made out of stone, so that could definitely make sense. On top of that, the hairstyle is also pretty similar to the design of the Love Ranger's hairstyle in terms of it being like that statue type of hairstyle, if you know what I mean. I don't know exactly like what kind of art style that is, maybe like Greek or something, but I think you guys know what I mean. So yeah, but then the one other thing that makes me think that this could be a Love Ranger skin, again, it's not confirmed, but I find it pretty interesting that it would be obviously shown to us in this image, but the fact that there hasn't been a female Love Ranger yet. The skin has been out for a very long time, and generally holiday skins have a male and female version. Like Skull Trooper got a female counterpart when it came back into the shop, so this skin being a thing would make sense. But moving on to the next thing here, guys, let's get you up to speed on what's been happening with the earthquakes and like the fault lines around the map showing up, because there's been a couple of new things that have actually happened that are pretty interesting, because actually a bunch of new fault lines have shown up since I last showed you some of them in one of my previous videos. And also, I feel like people aren't taking this as seriously as it really is. I mean, these ones that I'm about to show you, they cover a decent amount of ground. So by far, it's very likely that some crazy things are going to happen for Season 8. So like, we definitely need to keep track of these. They continue to keep happening. So like, who knows what's going to happen next? But if these are setting up for that, it could be pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, for example here, starting off with like a strong one, as I showed you in a previous video, there was one near Lazy Links and Tomato Temple. That one hasn't changed at all. However, if you go over to the one sort of between Dusty and Tomato Temple, you will see that the one is still there that I showed you before, but it actually seems like it's grown and covered even more space. Like, just look at how much this fault line covers, like, in terms of ground length. And this may not even be the end of it, so that's pretty crazy. On top of that, there's also one to the south of Wailing Woods, as you can see right there. That's a pretty decently sized one as well. And then you've also got one near the block that is actually fairly small compared to the others. But yeah, guys, on top of that, also while I was recording the how to unlock the prisoner stage 4, and that's coming up in just a sec, I also experienced an earthquake that sometimes may mean that there's a new fault line, so maybe I'll have to look around and check. But overall, guys, this stuff, I'm excited to see what happens with it. After that then though, guys, we have something pretty interesting to talk about. This is a bit different, and I guess it's not really like update news or anything like that, but it's kind of just a fun thing that I wanted to bring up, and that is that apparently there's going to be like Fortnite Nerf blasters in real life. So you guys know Nerf guns, all of that stuff, but apparently there's going to be a couple of Fortnite themed ones. So first of all, obviously I'm not sponsored to talk about this or anything, but I did just think some of these were kind of interesting, so I thought I would add them into the video. Now apparently, according to the HasbroPulse.com site, they're not available yet. Apparently they're going to start being available to ship in the coming months. But yeah, you have one that's themed after the legendary or epic assault rifle. Granted, it's a bit different. The coloring's different. I think maybe the proportions are a bit different. Not 100% sure. It's themed after that one. And then there's also one themed after the suppressed pistol. But again, like different colors and like the proportions might be a bit different. But overall, they are pretty interesting. So yeah, guys, those are the two main ones. There's a couple of other things. Apparently there's like some super soakers as well. But I don't really want to go over all of them because there's quite a few actually. So yeah, pretty interesting right there. Now after that, guys, let's get into it with how to unlock stage 4 for the prisoner, which is probably, well, in my opinion, the coolest stage out of them all. So as you guys know, there's been sort of like some secret type challenges, I guess, to unlock these stages of the prisoner. The first of which was to get the key at Polar Peak, and that unlocked the, or it took the lock off of like his face and stuff. I think it melted a bit of the ice maybe. But then after that, you had to heal at a specific campfire, or not heal, just, you know, use a specific campfire. And then for this next one, you have to do something different, which is basically to just land at this one location. Now, in order to unlock this, I'm pretty sure you need to have the prisoner skin on. Maybe you don't, but just to be on the safe side, have that. You could also have on the back bling if you just want to be safe. I'm not 100% sure about it, but yeah, might as well put it on. I mean, why not? So yeah, once you have that, you then want to go into any game, and also you might need to do the previous stages, so make sure you've done those. Obviously I have, but again, once you're in game, you want to go to the north of Wailing Woods on top of this hill right over here. It doesn't really matter which game mode you do, but simply go over there and you will find this, like, you know, circle of rocks and stuff, and you want to land on top of there. Once you land on there, you will notice that it unlocks the next stage. It does a little bit of an animation, and yeah, as you can see, the next stage of this skin is definitely pretty cool. It's got like some lava flame type effects going on to it. I honestly like this stage quite a bit. So yeah, guys, once you've done that, you will now have stage 4 unlocked for the prisoner, and this is definitely pretty interesting as well for like maybe the story, because again, we've wondered, is the prisoner behind like the earthquakes and now, you know, like parts of the map breaking open? We're not exactly sure yet. Maybe I'll have to do a new theory video about that, but either way, the stuff is for sure pretty cool. Now after that then, guys, we have the final thing I want to talk about in this game mode, and it's not the biggest thing, but it's kind of, you know, but it may answer like a question you've been wondering. What happened to that catch game mode that showed up, or at least I think it showed up early on when the 7.40 update was released, then it changed. But yeah, the catch game mode, there was a bunch of details about it in the 7.40 patch notes, but we didn't really get to play it. Well, lucky for us, it is actually going to be coming back soon, and honestly, I do hope it comes back soon because it sounds pretty fun. So in case you weren't sure what the catch limited time mode is, it is a really interesting one because the only weapons are grenades and other items that you can, you know, throw. So that means like smoke grenades, clingers, like stuff like that. You also have impulse grenades to get you across the map. It definitely sounds like a ton of fun and something really unique, so that's why I'm excited for it to come back. On top of that, there are also these other details like chest spawns and floor spawns set to 100, so you'll be able to find a lot of loot, and you can only get consumables out of chest, floor loot, and supply drops, stuff like that. Faster circle times. So yeah, it does sound very, very fun, but what happened to it? Well, according to Epic Dusty Devo on Reddit, he said it's off because it was scheduled to run Tuesday through Thursday morning, and the new build was released later than we expected. A new mode will be flipping on in just a few minutes and will bring back Catch back around next week since it didn't get its fair share of playtime. So yeah, I'm excited for it to come back soon. That was posted a few days ago, so you know, next week could be any time coming up. Again, the limited time modes apparently switch on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm excited to try this one out. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more fun videos coming out in the near future. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos here showing up on the screen, such as on the left, some more update news, and then on the right, another fun video I'm sure you guys will enjoy. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.